I want to thank my sponsors, John at JB Cases, Charlie at Farmer Boys, Constantine at Table 34, Share, Sunrise Mountain, Share the Remedy, and Joe's Q Repair. Thank you.
Billy is sitting in the hot seat, so he's a few matches away. You know, it's like your wife holding you to always be a little bit late to a party to make a grand entrance. I think that's what Evan just did. Corey did win the flip. Tony and Roberto are walking in now. Get that match going. I'm doing well, Nate. Okay. My digital. I don't know why this is not showing. He did. So I can set up the scoring. Had to refresh the scoreboard. This is the match. The loser is fifth and sixth. The winner plays on. Yes, short rack banks. Nice shot. Got himself started. At least got him on the board. Guys are playing these young guns because we expect fireworks here. Evan, our one pocket U.S. Open one pocket champion this year, 2023, versus Corey, which is just smoking on a pool table. Just goes for it. Love that aggressive play and banks. So, so he's going to cross bank to the eight. Oh, he's hitting them good. That was a nice clean shot. 2-1 Evan. Looks like he's going to bank the six. And a little bit wide. Ooh, not got a little unlucky with making that ball because it gives Corey a shot, even though he did have a shot on the four, but this is a really good shot for him. This is a race to four. This is the B side. All right. We will be doing the free drawing today, the free giveaway drawing today. I came in a little bit earlier and kind of showed you what I was going to do. I have an app that I will be streaming live online when I draw the person's name. We have, I think it was 300 and let me see. think it was 370. Let me look real quick. So we have 300 and exactly 374 people. Oh, little mistake by Evan. Guys, where else can you get a free stream and a free giveaway? I don't think anywhere. See, Trucker. Trucker, I appreciate you 100%. Yeah, guys. So please subscribe, like, and share, man. It really does make a difference. It makes it easier for us to bring these free streams to you. And I think we're going to go with the free streams and the free giveaways next March also. March 3rd starts is the temp. So normally, guys, we would have all four of them in March: the U.S. Open 10 ball, the U.S. Open 8 ball, the U.S. Open 1 pocket, and the U.S. Open banks in March. But we had the owner of Griff's was having some medical issues at the time, and I'm sorry to hear this, but we did lose him this year, and so we kind of had to work around it, um, and that's why we had to split them up to do this. But 2024, we'll be putting them all four back together starting March 3rd. Eddie, I can check for you. Um, which if you just did it, that's going to give us 375. I'm going to have to close it down here soon. But if you did, then you're definitely in. I mean, there's over 370 people. Yeah, it was a big loss for the billiard community without a doubt. So Evan pulled back a little bit, trying to get a little bit of control of this match. Yeah, he did. I can't tell you how many people he helped in the billiard community that people have no clue of. I didn't realize it until I was working with him directly. Uh, okay, so did that nick the 9 ball going in? I guess it did. But so yes, we're putting all three back starting March 3rd. So it'd be the 10 ball, 8 ball, 1 pocket, and banks directly after the BCA Nationals. So if you're coming to BCA Nationals, uh, it's subscribe, like, and share. It sure is, Steve. I'm going to let it go on until I do the first drawing. Once I do the first drawing, then I'm going to stop doing it. But for right now, yes, you can still enter. A lot, a whole lot. Unbelievable. I mean, I know of dealing with him on a daily basis for the last few years, which I did. I ran every day. I was pretty much every day I was at his house. And helping him with whatever he needed. And trust me, it is there was a lot of things out there that just shocked me over and over again. Not that the fact that it didn't shock me as much as it just was, oh wow, okay, so he's helping this person out, oh he's helping that person out, and he did a lot of it, as well as what he did with diamond tables, BCA, TAR, which was the pretty much the first or one of the first action TV uh, streamers. He owned the Palace in Alaska. He's owned multiple bars. This was not his first venture into the bar ownership of uh, billiard halls. So right now, so Mark, before he died, set it up in a trust to where this place is going absolutely nowhere. It's for a long time. Uh, he's got it set up to where I think the lease here is like 10 years, so it's guaranteed to be here for 10 years. And then, but they have a trust set up to where that's no one can do anything about. That's just locked in to for a minimum 10 years. So just Tony, he already did. Yeah, he already gave those red shoes away. He's wearing some nice, clean black one. I mean, black and yeah, they look like black with white soles. Some people love those shoes. All right. Ooh. Score right now is 4-1. He's not wearing them today, so let's hope they're not his lucky shoes. And that is for the first game. And it looks like Evan had to take a little break, maybe get something to drink. So he'll be right back. Oops, sorry guys. I got busy looking at the our list, just making sure we were still clear here. My bad for keeping the players break up there longer than it should be. I think it was a give. I think he gave them to him. I'm not sure. So he just called 3 rails to the corner, and that might be good. That is good. Game one goes to Corey. 4. Hey, what's up? I'm doing well. So we are up to 375 people in the raffle. The free giveaway. I don't want to call it a raffle, but it's not a raffle. It is just a free giveaway drawing. Well, we got these two guys playing each other. These two matches playing. The winner of these two matches play each other. Then the winner of that plays Frost, and then the winner of that plays Billy. So we got what the 3 matches, 3 matches. So this one more, 4 matches, 4 matches away. Man, I'll tell you the way he's been hitting them. He came in just fired up. Oh, I did that wrong, guys. Sorry, that was my bad. That was Evan. This is our 2023 U.S. Open one pocket champion, trying to take both titles, making a nice run right here. We have 2 great matches. And so I told him I wanted the young guns because I felt like it would be a fireworks just like it is. Amazing Banks. He's got a chance. This right, he's got a great shot at finishing this game out right here. Figure we'd get started with some fireworks. It's 1-1, guys. He just ran that rack out. Wow. This is exactly what I was hoping for when I asked him to throw these guys up here. Guys, fireworks are a place to get us started today. Oh, there you go. So it is a time of 4:30, guys. I believe Tony and Roberto are still playing in the first game. Roberto is up, or Tony is up. Hold on. I don't know who's up. Somebody is up 4-0. And we would, but it's still the first game over there. We are in the third game on this table. Thanks, Eddie. I appreciate it. Sorry, guys. Got a little, still trying to get all the stuff ready for the drawing. I don't want anybody to be lacking in the drawing. It's what the one pocket was, Billy. It definitely what the one pocket was. If we do, and here's the thing: if that happens, Evan would lock himself up in half of the overall money. Corey's got a nice chance to get out here. Plenty of balls open. All right. Thought I would think he's shooting this 9 ball next. Uh, can't tell if he got enough on the enough room on the four ball to make it. He probably does if he peppers it a little bit. Let's see what he does. He might come down table for the five to the side. Nope. You're right. So that four ball must go. I'm assuming. Take it to the side pocket. For sure, it does go to the side pocket. But we can try to pull out, draw it back, and then come two rails. Nice shot. This one to win this game. Eight ball cross bank. And, oh, hanger. It's 4-1. Exactly why I picked this match, guys. I thought we'd have fireworks. For sure we do. Um, well, he may. Let's see here. Billy's calling this four rails. Bottom left corner, of course. 1, 2, 3, and it is tight. Okay. He has tied up a lot of balls. That five ball may come back to the top left corner. And being a one pocket player he is, very makeable. A little bottom one, just hold the thing up. Nice shot. Got him back to, that'll get him back to 0. Guys, so somebody asked this question yesterday, and most one pocket people know this, but there's still a lot of us that are new to the game. It, in this situation, which was -1, if he would have been running out and he would have ran all the way down and ran all his balls off, which would have gave him 4 because it was -1, then yes, you do spot the ball up, and he gets can you shooting. Like normally you would spot the ball up afterwards, but instead, uh, normally you would spot the ball up afterwards. But if he would have ran that racket, the Wi-Fi, I have to get that for you. I honestly don't know what it is. Sorry, guys. And okay, stayed. He 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 may be able to play this ball. He's got options here. He looks like he's going to go side pocket with it, or just play the safe towards the side pocket. Ooh, that just caught the point going in. So Billy's been his. I'll tell you what. We're going to say this. Billy's predictions on the one pocket were pretty accurate. So we're gonna just let him go because he's pretty accurate. Here we go, cross corner, and that's pretty sporty, tight, a little bit tight there. It is a battle now. Trying not to give up nothing. He gave up. This five ball does go. One round to the bottom left corner. And he could be playing at four, but I'm pretty sure it's just one rail. I would feel. Yeah, one rail. And nope. Corey's had a few shots of this ball. Let's see if he can put it away. Nope. Two rails is going to make the two, though. Or maybe. Yeah. Yep. Sorry, guys. I got caught up in a bunch of stuff here on the sidelines. Let me pull that up and get a mark that up for Evan. All right, guys. 4-2. Man, he gave up a decent shot right here. See if Corey can finish this. Yeah, he's not gonna miss that. Oh Lord, man, so close. That one hurt. That one hurt for sure. That one hurt. Me right here. I tell you, this I do. Think, I'm so crazy. I would have shoot the three ball and draw the cue ball behind the five. But he's gonna play the five and down table, and which is not bad. Um, Corey could. Corey's calling this. He's calling. He's crossing, banking it over to the bottom left corner, and that's good. That's a good shot right there. Corey takes a 2-1 lead in the games. This is a race to four. It is on the one. It is on the B side. Good morning, Pat. What's up, brother? Dylan, welcome. Speaker is broken on the phone. Oh darn! Sorry about that. Hope it wasn't my voice. The farm is very sensitive. Okay. Okay, Dom. Well, you know that's what they say. We are doing the giveaways today, guys. So be ready and prepared because we're going to go. I've kind of showed everybody that came in early exactly what we had going on, and my sponsors have been fantastic this year, guys. Just for the first time, really trying to get everybody out there. We got some really good sponsors. Listen, John from JB Cases just did a great deal. He was going to give us a $225 gift certificate and came in and saw what we were doing here and upped it to $350, as well as he's giving away each winner of each event gets a trophy case. So it's going to be a beer case built for the as a trophy. So this is like, man, such a great job from John. I appreciate it so much. We got Joe Q Repair. Like this guy is a local player, a local Q Repair guy. He's been doing my stuff for 20 years, and that's how long he's been in the business. He actually set up a mobile van where, if you're in Las Vegas, he can come to you and do it right outside your wherever you are, if you're your hotel or wherever. He does travel weekly around from pool hall to pool hall wherever there's action and take care of people. So Joe Q Repair, his phone number is right there online, 702-292-1515 here in Las Vegas. We got Farmer Boys here in Las Vegas. He gave gift cards, so you can use them at any Farmer's Boy in the country. We have three of those, two 25s and one 40. We got two, like I said, two gift certificates from JB Cases for $350. Table 34, one of the nicest restaurants here in Las Vegas, gave us a dinner for two. We'll be giving that out. And listen, the way you guys have supported me this week has been fantastic. Trust me, I see no reason to not keep this as a free stream, and including definitely comes March 3rd, it still will be without a doubt if I have any say so. And and we're going to do it. And listen, and I believe in the free giveaways, man. I think a free stream with a free giveaway, there's not much more you can ask for. We're out here just to try to promote the billiard industry as a whole. Um, our sponsors for this first time that I've been involved in the streaming part of it. I ran this tournament 2 years ago. I helped run this tournament 2 years ago, and then last year um, got to help run it too. So been involved in it for a while now, and now I'm just doing it. Now I'm doing the streaming here at Griff's Billiards. Um, there's 9 balls on the table. There is 9 balls on the table, so there's not a tenth to spot. Thank you for checking it out. And that's right, that's right. Farmers boys, farm fresh food ain't fast food. My favorite saying lately. We have Sunrise Mountain here, Sunrise Mountain Medical Facility. And what these guys do is, if you're in town and say you're hungover, they literally will come out wherever you are, whatever hotel you are. They have registered nurses, of course, RNs, that come out and will give you an IV that will rebuild all your energy level and give you all the vitamins and everything necessary for you to get back out there gambling and partying and having a good time. And it's not bad. The prices were pretty good from what I could see. So we appreciate them coming in as a sponsor as well. Okay, so Evan took a 2-0 lead in the fourth game. It is a race to four. That shot was as clean as it gets. Nice little soft roll. 2-1. Euro, we made it back in, dude. So these two guys are very deliberate and move very slow. So he called 4 rails, guys. And it looks like it's going to go. Look, it's going to be short. That was center pocket, just short. Score is 2-1, 2-2. Excuse me, I missed one. Sorry about that, guys. Euro, did you get some sleep yesterday? Man, I tell you what, this happened earlier. Yeah, it is 2-2. I got it. I'm a little slow sometimes talking. I'm actually trying to make sure I got everything ready for the drawing. In case you weren't here earlier, I'm going to do each drawing live on air. Uh, we have, I think it's 375 people in the drawing. Um, I will double check because I said I was going to keep taking names. If you subscribe, like, and share, you can get into the drawing. You have until this match is over because then we'll start doing drawings at that point. Um, yes, sir. I think it says 2-2 now. All right. Did he hit it twice in a row? He hit that same shot twice in a row. It's 3-2. The 2-1 is games, guys. So if you look at the 2-1, that's games, not balls. Balls is up top. But yes, I was a little slow on that second ball. All right, so he's going to call the 5 ball. Looks like one rail, top right corner. I don't think he likes that shot as much as you thought he did. So he's going to cross bank the 9 ball. That's what he's saying. He didn't know what he's doing. We're going to give him a second here. Let him figure it out. At least hitting. Yeah, so tables always adjust as you're playing through them. Where it, like you'll see it, the Derby, it happens a lot. Like from day 1 to day 7 at the Derby, it's completely different. So you have to be able to adjust with it. That might not be the best shot in the world. I don't think that's what he wanted to do. He will be cross banking this. Yeah, so guys, please subscribe, like, and share. We got like right there. We got. Thank you. Thanks, JP. I appreciate you so much, guys. 35 likes is not that good. I'm just gonna put it out there. We've been trying to get it to about 50%, which means we are like 70 short. Sounds like a personal problem. Back salad. Thanks, Nate. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, Euro. Listen, wake and bake and back salad front blunt is definitely partners. I think they're having a real good morning. So we're under a player's break right here, guys. Score is 2-3 with a little break here. Sorry, guys. I'm going to take 1 second and get our scoreboard up for the table 2. Don't seem to have the right score up there, so let me go grab that real quick. Won't take a second while we're on this break. Man, I appreciate it, dude. I tried my best to do exactly that. You guys are becoming family, man. Like these in these 5 days that we've been having this tournament, I've had like a group of you guys who've just been here every single day in chat. It makes it so much easier to keep things going and lively when you have people to chat with, and that brings something to the stream. So I appreciate every one of you guys that have been here every day. Man, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. You guys really have helped me out here. And listen, Right now, I'm trying to get the scoreboard up on. Yeah, I'm surprised that it's not. Oh, there we go. So Tony's up 3-0 on Roberto. Tony is on the hill in the other match. Wow. He just came out firing. Let's get this player break off. There we go. So on the other match, Tony versus Roberto, Tony is up 3-0. And I'm telling you, he's looked like he's doing better today than he has in a while. He's just really hurting with the skin condition. Man, talk about a person with bank knowledge, unbelievable, and he is considered one of the best bankers, especially multi-rail bankers. Thanks to salesman, I appreciate it. We work hard at this, and listen, I can't tell you how many hours I got in this. So you can just Robert, you can just share it to Facebook. You can share it to Facebook. You can share it back on YouTube. But if you don't have a following on YouTube, share it to Facebook. I'm good with that. Share it to any of the wherever you like, and I'm good with that. Yeah, Euro. That's what I'm saying, man. I truly I know a lot of people don't bring the people coming in live chat into their stream, but I do. I think it's a must. I think like having you guys is the most important part. Yeah, he's up 3-0 over there, guys. He's putting it on Roberto. He is not letting Roberto get up. So Evan's shooting. Joint Protector, you still in town? So Tony has a skin condition that's uncurable, and he literally like he said he can hardly sit down, so he's been standing up pretty much the whole tournament. Like the issue's so bad, he like and him walking around is like bare. Like even right now, he's not even sitting down. He's actually leaning against a chair um, over there on that match. Yeah, the even he's even having issues pulling balls out of the off on the table and put it down in his rack. So okay, I appreciate you coming in. We had our that's the Griff's manager right there, Brian. I mean Brad, Brian, Brandon. Yeah, guys, see he's there. It is, man. That's straight from Griff's Billiards right there. It doesn't say Griff's TV, but Brandon is the manager here. I don't know if he's even still here in town. I know last night, if I get a chance to get him here, trust me, I will. I love the guy. We're hometown buddies there because we're both hometown. 3 rounds to the side. Oh, just missed. Let me get back to the scoreboard. I got to pull it back up. Oop, that is not correct. It's 3-3. That is. So he's going to cross bank this. I believe he's going to cross bank this 5 ball. Hey, it was a huge thing. Oh man, he hung that ball in a pocket. Yes, Tony's struggle is real. Seriously, you can just watch him here. I like to hope Mike is. Yeah, and he told me it was uncurable at this point in time. So really decent defensive shot here because he's got Corey shooting over the top of the one ball. It looks like Corey's just gonna put it on the in rail over there. Give it right back to him. Four rails. Oh man, it's close. It's got enough. Oh, lost a little muster and kind of went fell wide. Yeah, Robert, we thank you. And we're going to be doing this all again starting March 3rd with the U.S. Open 10 ball, U.S. Open 8 ball, and we're bringing the one pocket and banks all back together starting March 3rd. Looks like he's just going to make this one ball and tie up the 5-1 together, put it on the in rail. We will be having other smaller events between now and then on the live stream. Of course, next year's Swanee will be on here. That is a Griff tournament, Jay Swanee Memorial. Evan's taking him time on this one, trying to figure out what he's going to do here. Um, this is he's going to have to really get that cue ball out of for it not to double kiss if he goes across really close to a double kiss. As well as if he tries to pull it out in front, he might actually break open the 1-5. So, so I'm a firm believer in playing 8 ball and bar box too, because just the higher chance of getting clusters. But we do have a bar box championship also here, so yeah, that was the biggest issue with him shooting that ball. He opened those balls up and gave Corey a great chance to get out here. Corey needs one more. All right, let's give a round of applause for work that. Excuse me. Excuse me, Mike difficulties. Let's give a round of applause. Tony, you won, right? So Roberto Gomez finished sixth place, fifth and sixth in the tournament. Tony, I'm pretty sure beat him 4-0. 4-1, excuse me. The final score was that was 4-1. Euro, wow. Euro's having real issues. This is the official U.S. Open bank. That is correct. And yesterday, yes, the Griffs runs the officially runs the U.S. Open bank, one pocket, 10 ball, and 8 ball. Uh, Matchroom runs the U.S. Open 9 ball. So Corey tried to tie them 2 balls up, but he left a couple shots here. Let's see what Evan likes. Looks like he's going to fire at the 9 ball. Oh, and got kind of a bad roll when it came off the point. It may have rolled underneath the 5. So it looks like he's aiming to shoot it cross side or cross corner or to the corner. I'm not sure which. Yeah, he's going corner. That's tight. So this could be either four rares or two to the bottom left. Let's see what he does here. That's what he likes better. He could be crossing. Oh, you know what? He's going to cross over to the bottom right. Cross bank to the bottom right. Yeah, it held up. It's not. It's going to go straight into the five. It's safe. I mean, it's relatively safe. You might have to cross the five, and I think that's the best chance you got at anything here. Yep, he called it. No, these no. So it's only the nine ball that's played up at Atlantic City now. These have always been at Griff. They've been here since it opened up. Like I think we've had it 3 years running now. Steve from Illinois is on. Great, welcome to the match. No, this has nothing to do with the U.S. Open nine ball. So so Corey tried to hook him on the point. Looks like he did. And so Evans just going to leave it in the pocket and so have Roberto look at it. Roberto, go watch the hit for. Oh, he won't. No, Roberto don't watch hits. I'm pretty sure he doesn't watch hits. Chris, Chris Adams is coming over to watch a hit. So Chris Adams is coming over to watch the hit. They do. We do. We have shirts, hats. We even have socks. We have Griff socks for sale. So he took an intentional foul. Oh, listen. We are open to everything down here at Griff's. It was Mark's rule. Listen, we'll try everything one time. If it works, then we'll do it again. He's let some people that I wouldn't even have let run a tournament come in here and try. Steve, you don't want the socks? I hope that's a good thing, Pat, meeting me face to face. And the socks are nice, man. I'm telling you, they're very nice, quality socks. Anyway, Steve, little controversy here about how um, Evan played a shot. I think it was perfectly legal in my book, but I'm just a streamer on this in this tournament. So, Pat, I think we went through this yesterday, right? Every day, I think we went through it. Great shot. You're gonna have to remind me when you get here that I promised you a beer. All right? I will forget. Uh, but did I? Yeah, no, I did not take a ball off of. So that is the score right now, guys. 2-3. Yeah, Corey had a little issue with some drama, like I was saying, drama. Corey had a little issue with how uh, Evan played that shot from down in the corner where he just went there and basically just touched the ball and moved. He just moved it off the rest where if he had to shoot again from there, he would have a shot. Wow! If he makes this ball, that would have been wild. I am not going to get involved in this match at all. I am no. We've already got the drama. So I'm pretty sure I heard him say 9 ball twice. Hey, if I had a picture of you, I'll spot you. He just fired that ball right into the pocket. He fired that ball right into the pocket. Left himself tough, though. All right. He's back on 4. I'm pretty sure Evan's just going to roll the cue ball in there and make him shoot it. He definitely fired it in. That's a good question. So on the website, just leave a comment and ask that exact question. I'm strictly the streamer, so just go on the website and leave a message asking how you can get a Griff's polo shirt online. And I'm tell you what, if it's not online yet, that one statement might get them doing it because Brandon is a computer guy, and he'll get started on that right off the bat. Well, Pat, I can tell you this. All the pool hustlers are chiming in about they haven't played it. I don't play no more. Listen, I have a real excuse. So about 15 years ago, I stuck a nail in my eye and I can no longer see out of my dominant eye, which is my right eye. So I quit playing pool for 10 years. And I was getting chunky and sitting on the house doing hardly nothing. I had to find something to get me out of the house. So it was either bowling than pool. So about 5, 6 years ago, I got back into shooting pool because I really do love this game. And I had to rechange everything. I had to relearn everything because literally I'm still shooting my right-handed with my right eye being blind. So I literally had to learn how to get my left eye all the way over, like all the way over my cue, so I could see the shots. And man, it has been a battle for 5 years. I am hitting them decent now, but yeah, that's so. Yeah, Louis, man, it's a rough thing, man. Yes, it is. I listen. I didn't pick up a cue. I picked up a cue twice in 10 years and missed balls by a full diamond, and it was just. I mean, it just. I thought I was dead nuts in the pocket, and I was a full diamond off. Oh, that was to win this game. So I took a break from pool for 10 years, and then finally I had something to get me off the focused on work and building up a. And yeah, so it was very humbling. I had to relearn everything. Yeah, it's completely different. No, listen, I'm going to tell you something. First thing you're going to have to do that you cannot do, which I felt was issues. You're going to have to come. You're going to start using some kind of aiming system that's it's more dependable than your one eye. So that's the first thing I had to do. And yeah, you got to. I hate to say this, but you, as one-eyed, you have to use some kind of an aiming system just to get you back online. I mean, I use it. I don't want to say I use it. I mean, I do use an aiming system, but it was just to get me back online. Well, then you're in good. That's what I am now because I have no. I'm blind in my right eye. So so yeah. So if anybody needs weight, it's me for sure. Lots. uh, Something tells me that I no score looks the same. Okay, 4-2. So you need 75% of the weight you didn't need before. Eric. Well, I will be playing in the BCA Nationals this year, so or next year, which starts, I believe, I think it's February 22nd. Steve, $20 a game is my max level of gambling. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to put it out there. So you might get some action. I know the eight's absolutely nothing. I consider the eight ball no weight at all. By the way, so yeah, you know what I do? I got a Pirates patch, and I tell them if they put it on their right eye, I'll play them. Especially if they're right eye dominant. Oh, it's so funny to watch them try to play with a patch on their right eye. It's crazy. And yeah, so at that point, they kind of leave me alone after that. Yeah, yeah. The pirate patch is a beautiful thing. Euro. Yeah, that's usually what happens when people find out when I tell them. But man, I'm telling you, I took 6 years to relearn the whole freaking game, including my sight, and that is the game. Corey is on the hill. $200 a point. I do like backgammon, but not at $200 a point in any card game. I grew up as a card player. My grandparents were uh, masters playing bridge, so yeah. So I had learned cards when I was real young. I have two other games I play, which is dominoes and backgammon, but I don't gamble at either one of those games. I will play. I tell you, the card game I will gamble anybody with is spades. Grab a partner and come on down. I got a spades partner. Well, you better be able to play spades, or you're not gonna like it. There's a few of them here in Las Vegas that can do that. Yeah, and he's on the hill, so he's very in a very comfortable situation here. All right, man, what a shot that was! Wow. Yeah. So, and I'm from a big family, so we used to. I mean, having cards in our family as kids. There's seven of us. I got seven siblings, and so spades was our game. Oh, of course, Texas Hold'em. I live in Las Vegas. I love having friends come up to play Texas. They want to play Texas Hold'em, and they play like if they're at a home game at back in the day. So I torture them. You know what game I get people to try to get people to play because I'm a taller guy. I'll play anybody and give them weight if they play with one leg over the stick. You play with one leg over the stick. Oh yeah, I like euchre too. Euchre's a great game. Seriously, Pat, I can play some euchre too. Yeah, it's almost any card game I'm up for. And if I don't know the game, just tell me the rules. It's like shooting pool. If I get into a game and you want to play something I don't know, which is very few, that's a nice shot. Oh, and you want to play a game that I don't know, just tell me the rules. I'll figure it out. That's why I win at it, Pat. That's why. That's my game. Uh, Nice shot. Nice counter shot by Evan. Got on the board. Pat. Two rounds to this. Ooh, that's close. That is that man. He's like he is not going to go down easy here. Without a doubt, he's not going to go down easy here. Yo, that's listen. That's real good. The the best part about being in Vegas and playing Texas Hold'em is that we get the World Series of Poker here like every year. So I get to play. I played in it three times, and out of three times I've cashed twice, and that's 4 to 5 thousand people. So felt pretty good about that. I always end up at like 129th, 130th, right there. And then the third time I played in it, I had pocket aces. So start the story a little bit slower, but so I've got pocket aces, and they were coming around to take pictures of all the poker players to put them online. So man, I was like, yeah, I finally get my picture online on one of the poker sites. I can't remember which one it was. And so all I wanted to do was make sure I got my picture taken. So I get pocket aces. I'm in the eighth seat. There's a guy in the third seat and a guy in the had to be about the fifth seat. So the guy in the third seat raises. The guy in the fifth seat calls. My aces I re-raise. The guy in the third seat goes all in. The guy in the fifth seat goes all in. And I got pocket aces. This is before the flop. I go all in. The I have the two black aces. The guy in the three seat has queens, two red queens, and a guy with pocket jacks in the five seat. Comes four hearts, I lose to a flush. Yeah, no, you can't. You don't. You got everybody has to agree on a split. Ooh, so Aaron's gonna give up a ball right there. Yeah, no, everybody has to agree to a split. We had one guy. We did. Yeah, one time I was in a tournament. We had a we all there was four people to split, and the guy with the most chips said no, he wasn't going to split, and I think he lost the next three hands in a row and lost all his chips and was the first one out. And then we split three ways. So just because you have the chip, it doesn't mean you're going to win a tournament. All right, he hit it. It's going to carry. Oh, that's getting there. Nice shot. Nice shot. Oh, I didn't even see that, Steve. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, man. I tell you what, I love it. My buddy from Florida back on. My opinion, he's got the worst nickname for YouTube. Just go put that out there. Mike, Mikey. Got Roberto Alsan number one. Oh yeah, he did. All right, I get it. Just so there's no issues. Hey Evan, it's 1-1. Yes, it is. So Evan took care of it. If I didn't know who you were, I would have probably banned you. I'm gonna be honest. If you weren't a good friend of mine, I would have banned you. I know the kind of person you're. I'm surprised that you even put that up there. You're usually better about stuff like that. That's why we did so well as Scotch doubles partners. Woo. Hey, Patrick Brown. I am. I am. And guys, just please, we've got 250 people in here with only 57 likes. Please, guys, give us some likes. Help us out here. Man, we're trying to keep this stream free, and that's what it takes. I mean, I know it's a lot of work to take your mouse and click a button. I am doing, in case you're new to the stream, we do have a free giveaway going on. So it's going to be a drawing. I took all the people that subscribe, like, and banned, and I put them on, and I assigned them a number, and then I'm going to do a few. I have an app that draws numbers out of random numbers, and who's ever assigned to that name is going to win some prizes. I got everything from JB Cases, a $350 gift certificate to JB Cases, to dinner for two at table 34 here in town, which is a great restaurant. Farmers Boys, I have three gift cards, two for 25 and one for 40. You can use them at any Farmers Boys in the country. I have Joe's Cure Repair. He has three gift certificates, two for 25, one for 50. So when you come to Las Vegas for nationals or anytime, you can get your stick worked on, especially like in the national events and stuff like that. It's excellent to have that in your hand. Sunrise Mountain Medical Center. These guys, if you come to Las Vegas and you're partying hard and you're, let's just say you are playing in the Nationals and you got a hangover, they literally will come to your room and give you an IV. These are registered nurses. They will come to your room, give you an IV to get you back in the mood and going and energize you for the Nationals. Yeah, Patrick. Yeah, Predator. Just I don't know why they would do that. That name's not that bad. I've seen a lot worse. If your name's Don, that's all right. Your friends call you Dong. Well, whatever. Oh, there you go, Patrick. Do you guys know each other? Wow, dude, I am missing balls here, aren't I? Sorry, guys. Fell asleep on you for a minute there. They've switched the balls around down bottom, so okay. So it is +4 and 1. This is for the game, and that was center pocket and safe. All right, Corey's up 3-2. Guys, I'm going to have to take a moment, and I'll be back. Um, sorry, I'll be right back, guys. Sorry, guys. I had to go to the little boy's room. Uh, there we go. Oh, 28th Street. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Oh man, we got Mike coming back in today. I've been waiting for you. People are asking for you. Yeah. They're like, man, oh, this is wrong. Let me see if I can find the man. That helps, right? All right. Mike, go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Mike D from Orlando, Florida. Happy to be here with you guys and talk about the beautiful game of billiards, bank pool, my favorite game. Got Evan Lunda and Corey Deuel. Corey Deuel's a Derby City Classic champion bank pool player, and Evan Lunda is definitely in his prime, pumped up like Reebok, plays the game the correct way, plays the cue ball. You have to respect the cue ball when you're playing banks because these guys are so talented they can create off very little. So the key is to give them very little. So when they try to create off of it, they make a mistake. Um, I'd say the number one priority of a down table game when the game balls get like this is to play the defensive aspect of the shot to the entirety. It's important to make the ball, but it's not everything. You know what I mean?
And hopefully they make the mistake before you do to where you can get out on them.
Yeah, I mean, if you only leave them a slice of the ball to shoot at, controlling the cue ball and controlling physics is very difficult. So, like Richie Richardson used to tell me, the number one place to leave a guy is frozen to the rail. Yeah, I mean, you'd like to freeze him to a ball, but if you can't, leaving him on the rail reduces his options. So when you're banking a ball, you want to float whitey, and you want to make it a game of measuring the cue ball to the rail. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Hey Lou, what's up, babe?
Nate, Frank, man, they're so
Louis
glad you're back.
Ortiz.
I feel bad now. It's like I thought I was doing okay.
All right, I'm gonna send a bill here to you. If I see you driving a Porsche outside, I'm coming after my ends. All right, so here we have a cross side. This angle's a little sketchy. I think you got to kind of come across the face of the ball and put medium speed so it stretches. Or it
Oh,
overstretched it.
just a little too.
So right there, that speed, it's kind of like tells me that he wasn't 100% confident. That was kind of an in between angle. He's left Evan across side. I look to see Evan draw the cue ball straight back here, kind of get the angle to open up a little bit. So draw, it opens the angle. If the object ball is aimed a bit short, what you want to do is you want to play that angle full in the face and open the angle slightly. A lot of people like to change their variance of cut. Changing your variance of cut affects the collision induced throw. So you're getting different outcomes, which is super unpredictable. For me, I like to aim at the ball as full as possible and work it from there. So Evan elected to do that. Was a great example.
And he drew it straight back. There was no there other than draw. There was nothing else on that ball.
Yeah, I mean, you can if you draw it, you can use outside or just draw or touch it. Just the draw helps you kind of helps you work the ball to the pocket. So here, Corey hit this a bit firm. He's left Evan a pretty easy straight back. I think the key to this shot is aiming it slightly long and hitting it with a high or middle ball and just working it back to the shim. You're going to play Whitey around the table and just smooth this ball in.
Nice shot.
So Evan kind of aimed at a like almost square and just kind of pooched it. I like the way Evan played. If those balls weren't in such a fashion that they are down there, he probably would have let his stroke out a little bit. I really like the way he played that though.
And having given the safe position from down there, if he does hang up in the ball down there, he was pretty safe from giving a shot. Ooh.
So So when you have the lead like Evan does, I think making that ball is a little sketchy because it gives your opponent daylight. You know, I really would. I think Evan was trying to thin that ball a little less and not make the ball. So Corey has a little value here. It appears that the two may bank, so that would be the secondary option here. So the one and then the two, and then you look for him to play defense from there. If Corey's not liking the shot that's presented here, I mean, he could duck and try to make the eight right here to get the ball in play. When you have a deficit, you would like to get the balls up. I see him banking the one here. Kind of on these tables is a little drier, so you don't really have to use as much outside English on the one. And he's electing to play the cross,
with the two.
Which for me tends to go a little long. He's stiffened. Yeah, he kind of like he's half hard. He's just kind of half hearting. You know, he's not really committing. You know, with Evan, if you don't commit to the banks, he's going to exploit you. Evan plays the game every bit as good as Corey does, even though Corey's a spectacular mover.
So I played these two guys for the fireworks, and man, we've had some great fireworks. But Tony went over and just blasted Roberto 4-0. Blasted him.
Yeah, I mean, Roberto doesn't play banks, and you know he's really the underdog to most American top players playing banks. A rotation, he might give Tony the last three or something, but
Well,
banking is a different game. It's understanding physics, it's understanding geometry, it's understanding the conditions, and you know as the tables break down, you have to be able to adjust to that as well. I always I always kind of say banks is a game of adjustment similar to golf. So like if it rains, the tables get slower. You know the friction changes based on the conditions, and you know these guys are really talented at adjusting at this kind of stuff.
and with golf, a lot of times it'll change the distance the ball goes, so therefore you either have to use a little bit more club.
You might have to use a little more club, or for like instance putting, a 10-foot putt in the morning might be a little slower, but when it dries up,
For sure in
10
Florida it does.
you know,
It
the
is.
10-foot
For
putt
sure in
becomes like a
Florida.
4-foot putt. You know
Sure.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So measuring distance is the number one key to banks, and then I would say the second most important thing would be the angle. Your starting angle tells you a lot. It tells a story, right? It tells you,
100%.
and the reason why I like to measure what angle I have is because I can kind of eyeball what it's going to do naturally, right? So, do I need to counter this angle with spin or speed? So, it's all about for me angle, spin, speed. Those are my three priorities when I play banks:
Angle,
spin, speed.
speed. Makes
And
sense.
if you know the angle and you commit to the spin, you deliver your stroke with the appropriate speed, and the two variables, those two characteristics, kind of make a baby.
So if you
Spin and speed are
so if you ever thought Banks was easy,
oh,
welcome to Mike's brain.
well, I mean, it's definitely listen. If you don't know angles and you don't know how to counter the angle, the speed is irrelevant. So
Yes,
spin and speed are cousins. So it's like your right hand and your left hand. They kind of work together, right? Like they know what they're doing. Like if you're catching a football, the right hand kind of follows the left hand.
sure.
Without one, you know, they work in unison. So spin and speed are definitely cousins, and if you work them together, I think you'll be more productive and more fruitful at the end of
Much
the
more
day.
accurate.
So Corey's doing a little stall move here. He's up 3-2. He knows how important this is. Um, I do see guys miss this ball sometimes trying to dress up. Banks is not a game of perfect. It's a game of error. So when you guys are playing, because the commentary is all over the place.
How's that? How's it come? What do you mean? I don't understand what that means.
Banks is definitely the truest game, Sheldon, for sure. So here he's probably
Wow.
cut
Some
this.
people don't appreciate the logic of everything he's teaching you right now. You
Oh.
guys can learn from this.
It's okay. I'm not for everybody.
No, but that's okay. You're for us, so you go for it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, people that want to find friction in life
Sure.
will elect to understand that people's minds are different, and I only try to build relationships with people that value
Open.
what I'm saying.
Sure. You got to
Um,
be open to things.
if
Doesn't.
anybody wants to play 100 a rail, you guys just hit me up, and we'll go ahead and take care of it.
So there you go. If you get if what he's saying is not what you believe, listen, he will gladly show you.
That's a great point, guy. YouTube speed speed definitely reduces the transfer of your spin. I really like that comment. I appreciate the comment.
And then Pat came in and he, listen, if you don't like the commentary, turn on your mute.
It's
The rest
cool.
of us love it. They're learning.
Speed and spin, they work together. So um, I know there's a lot of guys that play by feel, so they don't really enjoy breaking down all the characteristics of the game.
Sure.
So I look for Evan to roll this ball, the two ball in. The only issue is if he makes this ball, Corey's going to make the five ball and go rail first and swing cue ball around table.
And back down to to the top end, to the top of the table. Okay.
Evan might have point hooked him. If
He sure
if he did
tried.
not point hook him, look for Corey to go rail first with 9 o'clock English, and it's going to go 1, 2, 3 to the bottom rail. So 3 or 4 rails, however you consider it.
Yeah. Depending on the angle coming off the 5. All right, here we go.
Just turn mine down.
Rail first. Exactly what you just called. And is the speed good? The speed is.
Can you turn my mic down? I think somebody's saying.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it his mic or my mic? Let's see. Hold on. Really? All right, we can do that. We'll turn the mics down. I think they're used to Mike Offer's voice.
Yeah, Steve, I really like. I do like aiming with spin. So I look at my ghost ball, and then I decide I like to aim it thick with more spin. So his mic is a little too quiet. Maybe.
No, you're too quiet now.
All right. Keep
So-
the feedback, guys. We appreciate it. Okay, it says the main guys is super loud. And
Okay.
all right, so turn yours down and turn mine up.
Well, I'll just move mine down. I usually whisper it. So I keep it up there. Okay, is that better, guys? Should be.
This is a super important part of the game. I look for Evan to hit the one ball, and I think he's going to hit it with high ball. High ball stretches it 2 rails down to the middle diamond. So when you hit high, guys, it takes the scratch completely out of play. There's 2 ways to get to that position. You want to go 3 rails to the bottom rail, or you go 2 rails with high English. The moving aspect of bank pool is so important.
Thanks, Alex. I appreciate you so much. I tend to, when I tend to doing my commentary by myself, it tends to be lower volume, so I keep my mic closer. I just had to back my mic off away from my mouth. Mike comes in here and pumps me up, man. So when he gets in here, I'm ready to go.
So you notice how Corey's ball went towards the pocket?
Sure.
If he uses just high ball, it'll stretch to the middle of the bottom rail, opposed to flirting with the corner, because if you hit the ball a little thicker, you scratch, or a little thinner, you know what I mean? So I like to hit it with high because it arcs the ball and guarantees there's no scratch and
That
play.
you're headed down towards the center of the end rail instead of to a corner.
Yeah. A lot of times when you leave them in the center of the table, they have less options. When you leave them an angle, they can kind of play a bank and go down table with it. Like he might try to bank this ball and draw it straight back to the bottom rail. It's a bold call, but it wouldn't surprise me if he tries to just yoke this ball. Okay, he defended the 2.
Ooh, I don't understand the fight. Give him the 5 ball. Oh, we might get a roll here. No, I think he's got a shot at the 5 ball. What do you like
I feel like I would have drawn that ball if I was Evan, as talented as he is just draw it to the bottom rail. But, you know, Evan probably thought that was a high percentage shot, so.
And here we go. Bam. And Corey is on the hill, so.
So, YouTube, that's a good question. How do I calculate when I need to move the angle? So I try not to change my variance of cut unless I'm trying to work the cue ball further. So when you aim it long to short, you're going to move your cue ball further. And when you aim it short to long, you're going to move your cue ball less. So I like to aim it long to short, short to long, or I like to aim square, depending on where I need to move my cue ball. So right there, he elected to hit less of the ball and kind of work it from long to short and move whitey. Yeah, I mean, I do change my variance of cut sometimes, but just I prefer to aim at the ball thick and use spin to work because it seems to me a little more predictable. Sometimes hitting the center of the ball is very difficult, especially like for amateurs, it's super difficult.
So once you feel comfortable with the angle, then it comes down to you getting it perfectly in the center pocket by using a little bit of. You're using the same shot, just going to use the variance of
Yeah,
speed,
yeah. I just
power.
I just see this comment. That's a good point with the kisses.
Uh,
When there's a kiss, of course, you're gonna have to change your variance of cut sometimes.
and then of course table conditions. And that's okay. I think you played that to the end. That was a nice shot. Played two-way. Sure does. The best, 100% Banks is definitely, and it has a lot to do with a lot of things like Mike is bringing up from table conditions, humidity, cloth conditions, and yeah, that's going to for sure spot that baby out.
So in Florida, when you hit that ball, it would never go two rails naturally like that. It would always come short. It would never go two rails.
And you were saying that was from the
Because,
friction.
yeah, the humidity, the ball just wants to back up on you. You know what I mean? There, it kind of just was very graceful and linked in very nicely.
Okay.
Okay.
Or is on the hill in this game, and
I like trying to play defense, but here just stopping. You don't really need to go forward because you're gonna hang the one, but he may go forward, and he's probably gonna miss it if you. What a
man,
great
that
shot!
is a great shot. That is in the pocket for the match.
I'm not dissatisfied with that shot, but just going forward makes it a little tougher. You know what I mean?
All right, guys. So we are.
All right, let's give a round of applause for Evan Lunda, 56 finish. US Open.
Good job, Evan.
So we're gonna have
Thanking is a field game.